Greetings, beloved. Hi, it's Dr. Amanda Noelle, the Twin Flame Matchmaker. Today, I'm going to help you learn the ultimate sign to tell if someone is your twin flame. So stay tuned. I've gotten this question asked over and over and over again, and I've addressed it from different angles, but today I want to share the secret to defining whether or not someone is your ultimate beloved, the divine union partner who you belong to, who belongs to you for all eternity. Okay, I know that's not a simple question, but I'm going to give you simple, straightforward, and smart advice so you as a single conscious woman can know for sure whether or not to invest the rest of your life with this person, or maybe to invest one of your eggs to this person, or to vow to really give all of your soul. I don't want you to get burned. I was burned, not at the stake in this lifetime anyways, but I was burned by a twin flame counterfeit, someone that I was sure was my beloved, someone that I wanted to marry. He wanted to marry me too, and we ignited and it combusted, and I was left totally lonely, empty-handed, and broken-hearted, as well as financially broke, because that does happen a lot of times, right? With divorces and by financially merging with our partners. And energetically, when we are aligned with the wrong partner, it can be very costly on all levels. So I don't want you to have that. I want you to know the truth. So here is the ultimate sign that someone is truly your twin flame. Are you ready? Okay, I know you are. That's why you're here. All right, this is the thing. It's to make sure that you are aligned in the physical world with the miraculous romantic magic that you have that makes you want to just scream and you're ecstatic and in bliss. So it's really about having that heavenly energy show up in the physical world. Now, I want you to know that it's very easy to get tempted by shiny objects. I've been there, so many of my clients have been there, where we jump the gun, where we project into the future that this is gonna work out, it's gonna be hot, passionate, it's going so well right now, so shouldn't it just continue? I know you've probably been there as well, and maybe you've been there multiple times. I literally went through probably 50 people where I projected that this was my amazing, passionate thing that had potential, and I was like really excited. And it turns out that I was just projecting my desires of what I wanted onto someone who wasn't meeting me at all. But I wasn't able to see that. Hello, Amanda, where were you? And it happens to women, right? We're programmed to believe in love and to put all of our energy into that. And it was, the fairy tale programming of someday my prince will come. And that's what I'm here to slay, is to get out of fantasy and help you get into reality. Why this is so important right now on the planet is if we are tempted by romance, we're tempted by hoping that he'll be great. He's sexy, he's financially successful, he's really great in bed, right? These are things that we go, oh, yay! And we call all of our friends and we're like, guess what? I met this amazing guy, and we get really excited. Now, that type of hype is gonna happen. We are women, and it's really important to not let the hype become like an addiction, a drug, where you start to black out reality. So I was helping this client who was so excited that she met this handsome guy. I mean, he had all of it. He had fireworks with her. They made out the first time they met. She normally doesn't do that, neither does he. And they were talking about the future, and they went on a romantic 5 dates within the first couple of weeks. I mean, it was just like insane how much chemistry and fireworks. And then by the second week, they were just spending all this time together. But unfortunately, what happened pretty quickly is she realized that he had a habit of doing this with every single woman he dated, and that there are people in his community that know that he does this. It's his thing. He's the Romeo, he's the Casanova. But she didn't know that, so she felt like that was her twin flame from the start until he broke up with her unexpectedly. So what I want you to know is that you can prevent these types of things from happening. You don't have to get stuck in these heartbreak situations. There are predictions, there are signs, red flags that we ignore all the time. Were we going too fast? was he actually showing up and holding that space and giving us what we wanted. And I always emphasize this. If you're trying to decide if someone's your twin flame and you've only been dating for a few weeks, or you haven't even gone on a date, you're just in that phase where you have a crush on this person, or they work with you and you're talking and there's all kinds of flirting, but there's actually no relationship, but you're sure that's your twin flame, or you really think it might be because you have all these weird dreams about them, or you feel really turned on, or you feel like even though he's married, you have some kind of like special chemistry. I know it's nice to feel special and it's nice to have these fantasies, but if there's no alignment in the physical plane, we're playing with fire. That's not a twin flame energy. That's not safe. That's not grounded. That's what young little children do. You know, in kindergarten and even up till our teen years, it's healthy to kind of have these fantasies and then learn, you know, from experience. Heartbreak happens. We go, you know what, I'm going to be smarter and wiser. But unfortunately, so many of us women get fooled and we get programmed to stay stuck in this space of someday my prince will come and I just got to keep trying and I'm going to find him and oh my gosh, he's hot, he's really good. And we become obsessed about this one person. So if you don't have the ultimate sign that your heavenly relationship is actually aligning in the physical plane, meaning he's calling you back, he's showing up for the good and the bad, he's financially showing up and you're having conversations about how to create healthy financial relationship and have boundaries together, if you're showing up for the beautiful things like emotional conversations, the deep ecstasy, and you're showing up for the things that are really kind of clunky and practical and ugly, all of it, then great, you're moving forward. Now take your time. Don't decide too soon. I know sometimes it can be a little tricky, especially if you're in your mid-30s, mid-40s, in that zone and you're trying to look for the father of your child and you're trying to pressure it, but you don't want to get this wrong. I would say it's better to adopt in general, wait for that right divine partner, than to rush into something from fear, praying that it'll work, but not really allowing it to ground. It's fine if you're willing to go in a relationship and you have a mature, conscious conversation, you know, in that scenario. If you said, look, we've only been dating for a little bit, I'm 45 and I want to have a baby and I'm really in love with you, but I also know the reality is it takes a couple years to know if we're going to click and we never ultimately truly know the future, right? But if you go in with that kind of energy and both parties are like, yeah, let's consciously conceive a child. I feel it. Let's do it. And let's make a plan for if we were to have a conscious separation. The big mistake that I see so many women doing is saying yes, falling in love, not protecting themselves both energetically and emotionally, and even financially and physically with their womb space. They birth children out of this hope that will solidify the joy and love. And I'm not shaming or blaming anyone. And if you've done that, that can be a beautiful miracle in itself. You can have a child out of mess, and that's how the universe was created. But if you are here to ground your twin flame, the ultimate beloved union, caution is warranted. Sacred caution, consciousness, conscious conceiving, consciously clicking in and seeing, does this align? Is this relationship safe and structured and grounded before I put all my eggs literally in that man basket? So, going slow is so important. I know it's so easy to want to become a raging fire and say, that's going to create my twin flame energy. Truly, a slow burn is going to work much better. And think of it like a fire. When I was in the Girl Scouts, I learned how to light kindling to get that slow burn on the fire. So yeah, it's okay, it's cute if you're sexting each other and you're excited at the beginning. But what I don't want you to do is expect that kindling to last completely. Having a plan of, okay, we're just in the passion phase. Can we have a conversation and see if we're a slow burn and see if this is sustainable twin flame energy, or if we're just fucking and hanging out, if we're just flirting, if we're just having dinners, if we're just, you know, schmoozing at the bar, if I'm more than a booty call. A lot of women, you'd be surprised, don't have the courage to ask because ultimately they don't want to know. They're terrified of knowing the truth. And so they let love actually pass them by because they don't set a boundary, a standard. So if this is you, if you're resonating, don't feel ashamed I did it too. I did it over and over again. I think every woman goes through this, where we don't have our standards set high enough because we have those self-esteem blocks in the third chakra. So if this is you, if you're dating people, if you've been in that chronic issue where you're falling in love with a man, you think it's going to be incredible, and you get heartbroken, abandonment, rejected, you know, all that stuff shows up, and you're really going, ooh, I have something to look at here, and you're trying to find out, you know, how do I know if someone's my twin flame? This is how you do it. You slow down and you have a conversation with this man. You don't have shame about it. You claim that you're worth it. You claim that you're not embarrassed by saying, hey, I have feelings about you. And I also have a plan that I have in my life. Maybe you're in it and maybe you're not, but I want a family and children, or if that's not what you want, you know, a partner to travel with, or maybe you want your relationship to be like a 10-year thing. I don't know, but whatever you want, claim it and tell him, this is my business plan. Would you like to be my partner? And maybe there's a little negotiating. Maybe there's things that you wouldn't mind. You know, maybe he has ideas for you. I know I wanted to get married right away, and I met a partner who was 9 years younger. My twin flame met me at 25, and at 27 we got engaged, and I was so excited. And he said, you know, I want to be engaged for at least 2 years before the wedding. And I was like, wait, what? And guess what? It's been almost a year and a half, and I actually feel so in alignment with his pace. And on a certain level, we feel soul married already, but for the legality and for bringing our families together and getting prepared for the bloodline, I wouldn't have guessed that that was my timeline. In my head, I had this whole plan. So it's important to have these conversations with the love of your life. And if you don't know if he is the love of your life, have a conversation with some boundaries, some protections. Say, here's my plan. This is what's open negotiation. This is what's not. And I want to hear about it. I'm the crazy girl that said, look, I'm not going to be your booty call. I'm not coming to Burning Man and wearing my little bikinis. I'm not going there unless you really know that I'm looking for divine partnership and I'm looking for a baby daddy. And I said that literally to Jack on our second date, before our second date actually. And I went to a festival knowing that for the next 4 days I'd be spending time with a man that wanted to get married, and that he was very interested in me for that role. And it just released a lot of energy. And now we're together and we're engaged and we're getting married on 3/3 next year. So my beloved sister, I know you've learned a lot from this video. You've activated. So let's just bring it all in with a, let's do this 3 times. All right, so let's shake that out, move the energy. You've just upgraded your frequency. Congratulations for watching this video to the end. You're an amazing woman. Thank you for being smart and conscious about your heart. This is such a big gift to yourself, your children, your partner, and the world. I want you to subscribe if you are on a twin flame path, if you are looking to call in your beloved and become a mature mother or leader or both. So click the subscribe button and get those notifications by clicking the little bell thingy ding. And I will see you in the next video with more awesome rants like this. My priestess preaching. Much pussy power, love, and light to you. Namaste. Namaste.